my channel. I know it has been a minute. I get it, I understand. But I do want to come on here and give you a spooky story time because I owe you guys something. So, this one is going to be about the time that I was very, very small. This is the first paranormal encounter that I ever remember. And yeah, so it's about my grandmother's passing. But just to do a quick update, I do not live in Tennessee anymore. We live in Texas. This is my new home. We have relocated. And yeah, so this is going to be my new setup for a little bit to do videos. I'm going to be in front of my fireplace with my two plants. We have Russell and Diego because my little sister wanted to name him Diego. So this is going to be it for a little bit, but just wanted to say happy spooky fucking season. Like, it's fucking here finally. So moving on to the story. So I was very young when my grandmother passed. I was 6. And my grandmother had been fighting ovarian cancer, which, you know, quickly spread all over her body. And so she got sick really quick. And she went downhill really fast. But I remember going over there every day and seeing her. And I remember her asking for sauerkraut because she wanted to be able to taste something. And sour was the only thing she could still taste. So the last time I saw her was October 22nd. And yeah, so we were just kind of hanging out. She was very sick. I was in and out of the house, just kind of playing with whoever was in town. My cousins weren't born yet, so it was kind of just me and my brother just hanging out in the house with my mom and my dad and my granddad, my great-grandfather, and all of them. And she was sleeping in her bedroom. The last thing that I remember was crawling into bed with her and telling her that I loved her and that I would see her tomorrow. And I gave her a big kiss and I left. I was also never scared of my grandmother while she was sick, so I loved her very much. She still, to this day, the Ouija board, the reason I played with the Ouija board was to speak to her because I hadn't spoken to her since I was 6. So, yeah. So, that night we went home, ate dinner like normal, didn't think anything of it, and then I went to bed. And around 2 o'clock, I woke up to my grandmother sitting at the end of my bed. And let me explain how weird this fucking is. So, not only did I wake up to my grandmother sitting on the end of my bed, I and my brother and I shared a bunk bed, and I slept on the top bunk. My grandmother is extremely sick and can hardly get out of bed to go to the bathroom on her own. So it was extremely weird for me to be 6 and wake up and my grandmother be sitting on the edge of my bunk bed. And so, of course, I was like, Gran, like, why are you here? What's going on? She was like, I just need to come see you. I love you so much. I was so excited to see her. Like, I needed to see her. And like, to see her in the state that she was in. She was healthy and she was glowing and she was happy. And she didn't look like she was in pain. And it was like a sigh of relief for me. I was like, oh, my grandmother's getting better, you know? And I remember her, you know, talking to me for a little bit and her holding my hand and then shortly later, probably within an hour or so, she told me she had to go and that she loved me very much and that she would see me soon. And I said, okay, Gran, and I gave her a big hug and a kiss and I went back to sleep. I had shortly after I'd gotten to sleep, I heard the phone ring and I woke up and my mom came in my room to wake me up and tell me that my grandmother was gone. And she walked in the room and I said, is Gran gone? And she said, yeah, baby, she is. She said, I said, I already know. She came to see me. My mom looks at it as a blessing. And she still talks about this story to this day because it was the first thing that she remembers me telling about like paranormal or anything that I've seen besides the girl in the white dress, which I had seen since I was tiny. And it was like she knew Gran came to say goodbye to me. I don't know if she went and said goodbye to anybody else, but I know that me and my grandmother had a very special bond. And to this day, I was 6 and I can tell you what she looked like and how mesmerizing and how wonderful of a person she was. The heart that that woman had was incredible. And I'm trying not to get emotional because like I can remember her. It was so hard for me to let her go because that's how close I was to her. So yeah, so that's my paranormal story time for today. The time my grandmother came to visit me in my house before she passed away or after she passed away. I have no exact time that she passed away. I don't know it. I've never went and looked for a death certificate or anything like that. But yeah, I do know that she passed away October 23rd in 1996. And yeah, that was the last time I ever saw her. So I will try and get another story time up next week, and that one will be about, I'm not really sure yet, but I have a couple more that I would love to tell. I have a story about an attic and some other things, so if there's anything you guys would really like to hear, something extremely scary, something kind of like this again, just comment down below, let me know. Like this video. If you're not following me, follow me, and come join our family. Meet me, my wife, my children. So this is all of us right here. And yeah, come and get to know us a little bit more. When my wife comes home, she will be in a lot more of my videos just so that we can, you know, but like the first one when she comes home, we're gonna do a drunk wife tag. So if you guys are interested in that, go ahead and like this video so I know that you're interested in that video. And yeah, and if you have any other requests, I am on Instagram, MamaBearFit_. And yeah, so I will see you guys next week. Have a great fucking week.